You have certainly thought about who the most powerful people are and who makes the most important decisions in the world. That is why we have prepared for you the top 10 list of the most powerful people in the world. Enjoy. Number 10 is Larry Page. Lawrence Edward Page is an American software engineer and internet entrepreneur. He is best known as one of the co-founders of Google, along with Sergey Brin. Page was the chief executive officer of Alphabet Incorporated, Google's parent company, until stepping down on December 3, 2019. After stepping aside as Google CEO in August 2001 in favor of Eric Schmidt, he reassumed the role in April 2011. He announced his intention to step aside a second time in July 2015 to become CEO of Alphabet, under which Google's assets would be reorganized. Under Page, Alphabet sought to deliver major advancements in a variety of industries. On December 4, 2019, Page stepped down from his CEO position from Alphabet. Both Page and Sergey Brin remain at Alphabet as co-founders, board members, employees, and controlling shareholders. Page is the co-inventor of PageRank, a well-known search ranking algorithm for Google, which he wrote with Brin. Page received the Marconi Prize in 2004. Number 9 is Narendra Modi. Narendra Damodar Modi is an Indian politician serving as the 14th and current Prime Minister of India since 2014. Modi is a member of the Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP) and of the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh (RSS), a Hindu nationalist volunteer organization. He is the first Prime Minister outside of the Indian National Congress to win 2 consecutive terms with a full majority and the second to complete 5 years in office after Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Modi led the BJP in the 2014 general election, which gave the party a majority in the Indian lower house of parliament, the Lok Sabha, the first time for any single party since 1984. Modi's administration has tried to raise foreign direct investment in the Indian economy and reduced spending on healthcare and social welfare programs. Modi has attempted to improve efficiency in the bureaucracy. He has centralized power by abolishing the Planning Commission. He began a high-profile sanitation campaign and weakened or abolished environmental and labor laws. He initiated a controversial demonetization of high-denomination banknotes. Number 8 is Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud. Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud is the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. He is currently serving as the country's deputy prime minister, the title of prime minister being held by the king, and is also chairman of the Council for Economic and Development Affairs, chairman of the Council of Political and Security Affairs, and Minister of Defense, the world's youngest at the time of his appointment. He has been described as the power behind the throne of his father, King Salman. He was appointed Crown Prince in June 2017, following King Salman's decision to remove Mohammed bin Nayef from all positions, making Mohammed bin Salman heir designate to the throne. He has led several successful reforms, which include regulations restricting the powers of the religious police, the removal of the ban on female drivers in June 2018, and weakening the male guardianship system in August 2019. Other cultural developments under his reign include the first Saudi public concerts by a female singer, the first Saudi sports stadium to admit women, an increased presence of women in the workforce 16, and opening the country to international tourists by introducing an e-visa system, allowing foreign visas to be applied for and issued via the internet. He has been described by observers as an autocratic leader, with no tolerance for dissent against him or the Saudi royal family. Number 7 is Bill Gates. He is an American business magnate, software developer, investor, and philanthropist. He is best known as the co-founder of Microsoft Corporation. During his career at Microsoft, Gates held the positions of chairman, chief executive officer, president and chief software architect, while also being the largest individual shareholder until May 2014. He is one of the best-known entrepreneurs and pioneers of the microcomputer revolution of the 1970s and 1980s. Since 1987, he has been included in the Forbes list of the world's wealthiest people. From 1995 to 2017, he held the Forbes title of the richest person in the world, all but 4 of those years. Later in his career and since leaving day-to-day operations at Microsoft in 2008, Gates pursued a number of philanthropic endeavors. He donated large amounts of money to various charitable organizations and scientific research programs through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, reported to be the world's largest private charity. Number 6 is Pope Francis. Pope Francis is the head of the Catholic Church and sovereign of the Vatican City State. Francis is the first Jesuit pope, the first from the Americas, the first from the Southern Hemisphere, and the first pope from outside Europe since the Syrian Gregory III, who reigned in the 8th century. He became the Archbishop of Buenos Aires in 1998 and was created a cardinal in 2001 by Pope John Paul II. He led the Argentine Church during the December 2001 riots in Argentina. Following the resignation of Pope Benedict XVI on 28 February 2013, a papal conclave elected Bergoglio as his successor on 13 March. He chose Francis as his papal name in honor of Saint Francis of Assisi. Throughout his public life, Pope Francis has been noted for his humility, emphasis on God's mercy, international visibility as Pope, concern for the poor, and commitment to interfaith dialogue. Number 5 is Jeff Bezos. Jeffrey Preston Bezos is an American industrialist, media proprietor, and investor. He is best known as the founder, CEO, and president of the online retail company Amazon. The first centibillionaire on the Forbes Wealth Index, Bezos has been the world's richest person since 2017 and was named the richest man in modern history after his net worth increased to $150 billion in July 2018. In September 2018, Forbes described him as far richer than anyone else on the planet as he added $1.8 billion to his net worth when Amazon became the second company in history to reach a market cap of $1 trillion. Bezos founded the aerospace manufacturer and suborbital spaceflight services company Blue Origin in 2000. A Blue Origin test flight successfully first reached space in 2015, and the company has upcoming plans to begin commercial suborbital human spaceflight. He also purchased the major American newspaper The Washington Post in 2013 for $250 million in cash and manages many other investments through his Bezos Expeditions venture capital firm. Number 4 is Angela Merkel. Angela Dorothea Merkel is a German politician serving as the Chancellor of Germany since 2005. She served as the leader of the center-right Christian Democratic Union from 2000 to 2018. Merkel has been widely described as the de facto leader of the European Union, the most powerful woman in the world, and by some commentators as the leader of the free world. In 2007, Merkel was president of the European Council and played a central role in the negotiation of the Treaty of Lisbon and the Berlin Declaration. One of Merkel's consistent priorities has been to strengthen transatlantic economic relations. Merkel played a crucial role in managing the financial crisis at the European and international level, and she has been referred to as the decider. In domestic policy, healthcare reform, problems concerning future energy development and more recently her government's approach to the ongoing migrant crisis have been major issues during her chancellorship. Number 3 is Donald Trump. Donald John Trump is the 45th and current president of the United States. Before entering politics, he was a businessman and television personality. He took charge of his family's real estate business in 1971, renamed it the Trump Organization, and expanded its operations from Queens and Brooklyn into Manhattan. The company built or renovated skyscrapers, hotels, casinos, and golf courses. Trump later started various side ventures, mostly by licensing his name. He produced and hosted The Apprentice, a reality television series, from 2003 to 2015. As of 2020, Forbes estimated his net worth to be $2.1 billion. Trump entered the 2016 presidential race as a Republican and defeated 16 other candidates in the primaries. His political positions have been described as populist, protectionist, and nationalist. Despite not being favored in most forecasts, he was elected over Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton, although he lost the popular vote. He became the oldest first-term U.S. president and the first without prior military or government service. Number 2 is Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin is a Russian politician who has served as president of Russia since 2012, previously holding the position from 1999 until 2008. He was also Prime Minister of Russia from 1999 to 2000 and again from 2008 to 2012. Putin worked as a KGB foreign intelligence officer for 16 years, rising to the rank of lieutenant colonel before resigning in 1991 to begin a political career in St. Petersburg. He later moved to Moscow in 1996 to join the administration of President Boris Yeltsin, serving first as director of the Federal Security Service, the KGB's successor agency, before being appointed as prime minister in August 1999. After the resignation of Yeltsin, Putin was elected in 2000 to succeed him. During his first tenure as president, the Russian economy grew for 8 straight years, with GDP measured by purchasing power increasing by 72%. The growth was a result of the 2000s commodities boom, recovery from the post-communist depression and financial crises, and prudent economic and fiscal policies. After serving as prime minister under Dmitry Medvedev from 2008 to 2012, Putin announced he would seek a third term as president and won the March 2012 election with 64% of the vote. Putin gained 76% of the March 2018 election vote and was re-elected for a 6-year term that will end in 2024. And the most powerful man of the world by Forbes list is Xi Jinping. Xi Jinping is a Chinese politician serving as the General Secretary of the Communist Party of China, President of the People's Republic of China, and Chairman of the Central Military Commission. He has been the paramount leader, the highest-ranking official in China, since 2012, and he officially received the title of Leadership Corps from the CPC in 2016. Xi Jinping is the first General Secretary born after the establishment of the People's Republic of China. Since assuming power, he has introduced far-ranging measures to enforce party discipline and to impose internal unity. His anti-corruption campaign has led to the downfall of prominent incumbent and retired Communist Party officials, including members of the Politburo Standing Committee. He has also enacted or promoted more assertive foreign policy, particularly with regard to China-Japan relations, China's claims in the South China Sea, and its advocacy for free trade and globalization. He has sought to expand China's African and Eurasian influence through the Belt and Road Initiative. Xi Jinping has been labeled a dictator by some political observers, citing an increase of censorship and mass surveillance, deterioration in human rights, and the removal of term limits for the president under his tenure. If you think we left someone out in this list or would have made a different order, write it down in the comments below. Thanks for watching.